going further into the liminaries of the act and the like, I would just like to come back to our able chairperson, looking at the legal aid. We would like to know the composition. How is the structure like as of now?
Well, Mr. Juve, right now, you know, we have a staff complement.
Okay.
We have various units, the account unit, we have the legal unit, comprising of 3 lawyers, I believe.
Yeah, so far, yeah.
In view of financial constraints, you know, we cannot go beyond that. I said now.
The administrative unit.
You have the administrative unit also. And for now, we are extensively involved in a number of things, although we are limited as to what we can do. Looking at the legal aid, I think it's an extension of government policy that justice might reach the doorsteps of all and sundry. This is why the judiciary itself has high courts in all the divisions of the country, so that people in the country will not have, well, up country rather, or in the provinces, if I may say, will not have to leave the provinces and then come here to testify on a case. Because it involves a lot. Like when you come, you have to worry about where you spend the night, what you eat, and so on. And so on. But if it is at your doorstep, it's just a question of leaving your house to the court, and they will take care of it. But coming back to the issue, legal aid, I think, is a very, very important arm of the government as an agency. Legal aid, I would say, is born out of, if I may call it in an artificial way, I would say it's born out of section 24(3)
of the 1997 Constitution.
Okay. Because everybody has a right to a lawyer. Everybody, regardless of your creed, no religion, nationality, or otherwise. Because there have been instances where legal aid, or let me say, under the Poor Person Defense Act, you know, non-nationals of the Gambia are provided with lawyers at the expense of the government, which I consider, looking at the structure of democracy, which I consider is very, very important for any country. Otherwise, none of us are safe in our streets, in our houses, and so on. You know, I mean, like, somebody can come and jump on you, arrest you, and take you away, and
nothing comes out of it.
Nothing comes out of it.
Law of the jungle.
Exactly. But one particular issue, if I may digress a little, is the issue raised by Mr. J. So, that legal aid, or the service of legal aid, will begin from the time of arrest. That's very, very important. Because taking it from my own experience when I was a private practitioner, you go to the police station to talk to an arrested person, you know, well, if I may say, a client, sometimes you are refused. Sometimes you have to wait for the officer to get instruction from his superiors. You go to the prisons, you know, sometimes you have difficulties talking to them. But people need to be sensitized, let them understand, and this is purely, you know, for the security services, that lawyers, inclusive of the legal aid lawyers, when they come to the station to talk to a particular arrested person, readily this will be allowed.
To talk to the person under custody.
Exactly.
Okay.
Now, this is provided for in the Constitution.
Okay. I was about to read that out, actually.
Yeah.
Section 19(2) of our Constitution is really very clear on that. It says very clearly, and I'm quoting with my Lord and, of course, the Chairperson's permission. Any person who is arrested or detained shall be informed as soon as is reasonably practicable, and in any case within 3 hours, let me emphasize that, and in any case within 3 hours, in a language he or she understands, of the reasons for his or her arrest or detention, and of his or her right to consult a legal practitioner. Meaning, if you are arrested by a law enforcement official, whoever is effecting the arrest has 3 hours. It's a very, very clear constitutional provision. Has 3 hours between which he or she is to tell you in a language you understand. As in, it's not just about him telling you in Serer when you can speak, maybe Serer. He has to tell you in a language you understand within 3 hours the reason or reasons why he is arresting you. In addition, such an officer is specifically required under our Constitution to tell you, in addition, of course, that you have a right to be represented by a lawyer In other words, in addition to telling you why you are arrested, they have to tell you within 3 hours that you also have the right to consult a lawyer.
And you also have the right to remain silent.
Exactly.
Okay,
so, meaning, if they don't tell you within 3 hours that you can't consult a lawyer, such an arrest would be unconstitutional.
Okay.
The Constitution is really very, very clear about this. And they have 3 hours to do that. It's not about waiting for 10 hours for time to be convenient or anything of that nature. You have to do so. And your time is 3 hours to do so.
And you cannot say because I was carrying him from Basay to Banjul. So that's why I could not, tell him.
No. It is specific, 3 hours.
So the 3 hours is a constitutional...
From the moment you arrest.
Okay.
Within 3 hours, you must tell him. And within 72 hours, he must appear before a court of law.
Okay. And then from there, the magistrate or the judge will decide whether he or she would be acquitted or bail or whatever.
Well, that process,
is another area. Okay.
But you cannot keep them for more than 72 hours without an order of the court.
Okay. I think that's very explicit.
It is.
And now, Chair, how is legal aid funded in the Gambia? Because looking at from your explanations, it sounds very interesting and very, very important as a legal arm of...
Well, let me say this, we are existing on a subvention by the government. Initially, government is providing us with funds, and will continue to do so until such time something else comes in. However, with the assistance of the UNDP, all the furniture in the office that goes into millions, if I may say, and the rent for the office also is all being paid by the UNDP.
Okay.
So, which is quite
significant. It's a partnership that UNDP is given to capacitize.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. But as far as the salaries and other things are concerned, that money is being provided for by the
Gambia government.
Yeah. Okay. Speaking of UNDP, really, that is why we are so proud of them, and we thank them all the time, very profoundly, because of the assistance and support they give. Not only just what my Lord said, but also equipment. Are done, and then training. We have just finished a couple of very important trainings that they sponsored in the area of IT, in information technology, a very advanced course, and more recently, records management. So they are with us all the time.
And they trip to Ghana.
And they undertook a trip to Ghana for us. So UNDP really, I think, have to be commended greatly for what the support that they are giving.
Now, Mr. So, I would like us to look at the duties of a legal practitioner if engaged by the National Agency for Legal Aid for a representation. Can we look at the duties of the legal practitioner here?
I'm sorry, on that issue. Legal aid, under the Act, is supposed to maintain a register of legal practitioners.
Okay.
Legal aid is empowered to engage the service of any of those lawyers. But again, we have to look at our financial constraints. Lawyers, quite frankly, I must say, are not easy to maintain. Because the fees they charge for a capital offense will range between 100, 150, or even more, depending on the kind of charge that you are facing. Now, this is why we felt, again, we are covered by the Act to hire our own in-house lawyers. As at now, we have about 3.
I mean, you mean in-house who will be permanently answerable to you?
They are on our payroll. They cannot take
any other contract or whatever?
Nothing, absolutely. They will come to the office from 8 to 4, unless otherwise they have to appear in a case, in a court.
I know.
So I thought that is very important. So,
we just have a yes. We have a specific section dealing with it. It's Section 39 of the Legal Aid Act of 2008, and I can read.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you. It says a legal practitioner shall, with respect to any application for legal aid, assigned matter or account, provide all information and give such assistance as the agency may require from time to time, including information required pursuant to the provisions of Section 37. So it's not just about, after a case is assigned to you, it's not just about the lawyer maybe going to the office to do maybe